Jane. In this lecture, I'm going to talk about IEP. However, before we start, I would like you to take down notes and the following questions for your discussion during your class.
Question 1. Why is there a need for an individualized education plan or program? Question 2. Who are in an IEP team and what roles do they play?
Let's start. I think you are ready to listen. But first, let us define IEP.
Now, what does IEP stand for? IEP stands for Individualized Education Program, which is actually the document that is developed by a team from the child's attending school system who have a direct relationship to helping the student with special needs to be able to reach his full potential. And the IEP is also used to better understand the unique needs of a child in order to succeed in his education. Another one is that the IEP is actually there to serve as a roadmap to address the child's goals, progress, and services. Now, let's break down the letters I, E, and P. I, as you already know, stands for individualize, and it is so important because the IEP document is supposed to meet the unique needs of the child for whom it is written. The child's program must be individualized so it would be appropriate for them, not the student next to them and not the student behind them. It is individualized for them in order to meet their unique needs. Now, E stands for education. It is actually the education plan of the student and it is used to focus on the child's education. Sometimes it is necessary for a child to receive a benefit from their education that may take place in another environment rather than school. So, be it then. Even though it may be focusing on the daily living skills of the students, that is still education. Because when we say education, it is actually not only academic, it is also behavioral, it is social, it is communication, it's emotional well being, or even speech language services. Remember, you can have IEP goals which are individualized to address all of those very specific needs, not just the academic goals. Now, P stands for program, of course. It is actually the plan and the document representing what the child's education look like. Note down and never forget that whenever you make an IEP, it should depend on the unique needs of the child.
Now, let's check who are on the IEP team.
The IEP team is composed of the parent, since they have a valuable knowledge about their child's strengths, struggles, and goals to describe what is and is not working for their child. And at least one general education teacher, since he knows how the child is doing in the classroom and with the general education curriculum. Also, at least one special education teacher, since that teacher offers input on what the child needs to succeed in the general education classroom, including how to modify instruction or accommodation for the child's needs. Also, a school district representative is one of the members since they have the power to approve school resources for the child. This person must be qualified to provide or supervise special education services. And of course, an expert. These experts can actually interpret the child's evaluation results, and this could be a member of the team, an additional person, or the school psychologist. If the child is already 16 years old, he can also become a member of the team. He can advocate for himself, and he can also help to develop his own transition plans. Also, he may even lead IEP meetings. Aside from these team members, an additional IEP team member could also be invited, such as a friend who can help in taking down notes or to provide emotional support.
So that is IEP. I hope that by this time you are able to answer the guide questions that I have given you earlier. Thank you.